Hello everyone and welcome back to Biomes Aplenty, our TYTO Ecology Biodome Challenge, trying to add in all of the plants, animals, decomposers, and everything else in every single one of the different biomes available. And we are back to my heart attack. We just jumped into Dino Jungle, our Cretaceous Mongolia dinosaur and prehistoric life biodome. And this is the first thing I see. This is the first thing that we plunk down, and I look around and I see, and until I saw those teeny tiny little cycad babies, I had a heart attack. I was like, I've done it. I made everybody go extinct. I have ruined it once more. I have driven the actual dinosaurs to extinction. There is no hope for me as a TYTO ecology biologist. But thankfully, I turned around after that, and you guys, it seems like our biodome is holding steady, which makes me so happy. We did have something happen. It looks like our oviraptors are actually going a little bit low on population 9 weeks ago, but they haven't gone extinct, so we'll have to go check in on them in just a second. We have a whole bunch of the absolutely adorable little protoceratops. Look at them. Oh my gosh, I love their little faces. These guys, there's something just really appealing to me. They kind of remind me about they remind me of Labradors for some reason. I bet it's the size of them. They just remind me of kind of like these adorable little pig Labrador things that go around eating my baby cycads. And I'm totally fine with that because the cycads are amazing and spread very quickly. And speaking of spreading very quickly, I have to say, after experimenting with jumping around, using the ability to like increase time and do time skips, I don't know why we've never really played with that before in any of our biodomes. It is so nifty. It definitely is a little bit scary, but it's such a fun gamble to see, are you going to be able to recoup the cost that it took you? Was that a fish? You can actually see the fish inside of the water now. I've never seen the fish in the water before. I am blown away. Are you kidding me? That's so cool. Hi, little guy. Look at your little silly mouth. Well, gosh, he's a cutie. Okay, that tickles me. I have never seen the fish. Is that new? Was that like a little update? Like, who's gonna eat the fish? Are my oviraptors gonna eat the fish? I have so many questions. But I have never really played with the time skips. In the entire time I have owned the game since like the moment TYTO Ecology came out on Steam, I haven't ever really played with time skips, and I feel really silly about that now. So that's definitely something we'll be trying out. It was really fun to actually see the devs of, I know the devs watch a lot, and I never know how to feel about that because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm probably being so silly with your beautiful game you worked so hard on. But it was really funny because some of the devs tweeted on Twitter that they really love the time skips because it is kind of like a little bit of a gamble, and you never really quite know how your biodome is going to look afterward. Also, look at all these ferns. This is so pretty. Oh, this is so pretty. This is so pretty, I say, as like, look at all these gorgeous ferns. And then we witness the death of a protoceratops. So, well, it is still very pretty in our little fern jungle. But it seems like we are also having all these horsetails spread around, and we have got a bunch of cycads. These may be baby varieties. Yeah, these are baby varieties of the little Deltatheridium, and I'm trying to remember, who are those common? Umbrella ferns. Yeah, they're commonly known as umbrella ferns. They're distant ancestors nowadays. More baby cycads, looking absolutely awesome. We don't really have a lot of these little flower things spreading, but maybe we will. Like, maybe some of these were either put down or spread, but I like it. I think we're definitely going to be trying out more time skips a lot more often. Learning that it is considered like a core feature of the whole experience really helped me figure out like, oh, okay, so I'm actually supposed to be using time skips versus just sitting and like very, very patiently and methodically watching my little biodome grow. So that helped a lot, and I'm really excited. And is this little guy coming on over here? Maybe eating our little baby cornus. Well, why don't I get some ferns down over here, and we'll see if they can start spreading around. Why won't you go down, little ferns? There you go. Oh, look at our little baby monks. And let's take a little peek. It looks like our protoceratops are actually having a little bit of a hard time enduring a very happy population of velociraptors right over here. I think we have only the one back there, and then we have 3. So these guys actually reproduced. So we had 3 velociraptors here. We have only 1 protoceratops left in that population. Oh my goodness. And only 6 in this population. So surprisingly enough, the protoceratops have not bred out of control like they did before. That might offer me a little bit of insight into what went wrong last time. We had 3 velociraptor groups. They were doing just fine until we kind of ended up having them literally chew through the big population boom of protoceratops that we had before. So I let those guys breed unchecked for quite a while, and it seems that it wasn't balanced in the end, even though I thought it was balanced. So we're going to add in another population, I think. We have plenty of plant life, and I can constantly kind of tweak and add a little bit more. Ooh, let's put some of these low-lying plants in the back. And it's really fun to watch the plant life spread. I really get just such a kick out of that. Ooh, and let's put in some of the beautiful flowering trees. Yeah, that would look awesome. And then we're trying to go for some of the bigger trees too, because they need to start spreading around the place if we're going to bring in the big herbivores. So let's actually work on our biodomes of plenty goal by unlocking every single one of the plants and animals that you can have in each and every biodome. And we might start dabbling a little bit in the other biodomes soon too, so not just Dino Jungle biodome. But let's unlock this guy. That's going to be a little expensive, but I think it'll be worth it. And let's plunk one of him down, kind of at the back here, and learn a little bit about him. So this one is a cone-bearing tree. Be careful, relying too much on one plant may lead to disaster. It is one of the tallest trees in our biodome, able to provide a significant portion of daily leaves for herbivores. And that actually is an interesting little note, because that is entirely the problem I seem to have run into in the past, where shame on me having gone to school to study biology and everything. I was so hyper-focused for some unknown reason on having one species of plant at a time be really, really populous and really successful. And that's not the way it usually works. You don't really end up with that monoculture of like one plant species dominating the landscape unless something has gone wrong. Usually you have a lot of competition and a lot of growth, and that also provides alternative food resources for all of our herbivores should, say, all of these horsetails get eaten just to the ground, and because there's only horsetails, and then they can't reproduce fast enough to keep up with the consumption from the herbivores. Then if there's other plants, they can kind of lighten the load on the horsetails, and if the horsetails do happen to go extinct, the herbivores will have other food available. And in our past biodomes, for some reason, I was just really obsessed about saying one species of plant at a time spread. Not a good idea, not a good thing to do, and we really need that diversity and a little bit of that balance. I think we need to focus a little bit more on diversity, a little bit less on trying to balance everything out like I got so caught up on, and we'll probably see more successful biodomes. So on that note, that's why I want to start adding in like every species of plant and just kind of stepping back and seeing, okay, how are they going to spread if we just put them down and we let them go. And let me put down some little pollinators back here just to make sure we have got those lovely guys. And I do want to put down the teeny tiny insectivores as well. I think that could be pretty fun. All of our populations of insects seem to be doing completely fine because the little monks are down. But how's the monk population doing, by the way? Let's check on them. So that's Protoceratops. And the little monks are doing okay. There's 6. They're going to reproduce pretty soon, so they'll have lots of babies. So maybe we'll try another population of insectivore over here, and we'll just kind of see how they do. So let's put down some termites to prepare for that. And let's put down some of the mosquitoes, or little pollinating mosquitoes over here. Let's put in maybe a ginkgo tree by the river here. Let's put in a ginkgo tree like in the middle of the river, because that's pretty. Sometimes it's about the aesthetics after all. And then we'll put down another ginkgo tree on the other side, a few cycads, a few ferns, a few other things, and then we'll put down some of these little insectivores, and we'll see what they do. All right, come along, little ginkgo. You're almost there. I'm trying to remember. I think you gain energy back faster if you have more plants? I can't remember, but you can actually, you do get more energy with more areas that you unlock. So we might unlock more areas in the future too. I forgot about that too. So we need to be more aggressive on all sorts of fronts. And then let's check on our velociraptors. Our oviraptors too are having a little bit of trouble holding their own. I feel like we have a ton of plant life, and the protoceratops populations are definitely, like, there's some juveniles, they're definitely having a hard time getting established. So I feel like we should add in another group of oviraptors or another group of protoceratops and see what happens. A lot of what we do in TYTO ecology can boil down to, we'll add them in and see what happens. All right, let's put some of these little guys back here, a little fruit plant. I want to put just like a little cluster of ferns right there. Maybe some little flowers back here, just because I want to see what happens if they spread along the river sides and things like that. So we've got all of those guys. And then we have these interesting little zalas. So I'm really, really curious to see what these guys are going to look like, what their contribution to our biodome might be able to be. They're little tiny insectivores. I don't think that our velociraptors will bother. Oh, they're so small. They're so small. I don't think our velociraptors are even gonna like lift one tiny claw, one danger claw, to try to get these guys. They're just too teensy. Oh, he's done. He needs a nap now. That was appearing in the biodome, being released into this big world. It was too much for him. He needs a little bit of a nap now. Oh, look at him. They're so cute. I have to like add in all of these little trees and plants now to try to take care of him. I don't think it'll be hard. Also, he doesn't care about plants. He cares about insects, so he's gonna head straight for those termites, I think. All right, I'm gonna put this down. Can I add in a big tree? Yeah, I'm gonna put in a big tree back here. So are they coming straight over here? Oh, look at them go. They're so cute. All right, I'm gonna put down more of these umbrella ferns because they provide a lot of fruit and leaf. Oh, and there he goes. Hi, little buddy. And we just got, yay! Our animal diversity score went up a little bit. Hi, buddy. Look at you run. My goodness. Oh, and here's an oviraptor. Oh, you're so beautiful. I really love these oviraptors, actually. I think that they are quite impressive. He just walked on our little Zala thing. But I think that they're very impressive. So I think I am going to go ahead. I feel like our populations of plant life are strong enough, hardy enough, and healthy enough that I'm going to add in another group of oviraptors and protoceratops. And then we might do a time skip. Just 3 months at first. Not the best in terms of like, oh, see, because there goes a velociraptor. What is he going after? Let's see. Oh, this is so beautiful. And the cycads have a chance to spread, whereas when we first started in here, remember how quickly they were getting just destroyed by everything? Oh, look at that. Gosh, you're beautiful. Jeez Louise, I love these velociraptors. I can't even imagine how excited I'm going to be about the big guys when we start adding them in. All right, come on time. Oh, I slowed time down. That's why it was taking a minute. And then let's go ahead and check. Oh, we're 4 years old now. Congratulations, little biodome. Woohoo! 4 years. I think we will go ahead and put in another group of protoceratops. I'm a little nervous about that. And kind of spacing them out might be important. I feel like this area is a little bit new to add in protoceratops. So I'm going to just smack them right down here in the middle, to be completely honest. And we're just going to see, with all of this abundant plant life, if they can kind of survive the onslaught of all the velociraptors. There's a velociraptor right there, after all. And we do have 2 groups of velociraptors. That may not be enough, but I don't think, other than starvation, they have anything they would have to worry about. We don't have any big carnivores that would really get in their way. And I'm going to put in some oviraptors. I think another population of them kind of right at the back. Or maybe I should move them a little bit further away from that group of velociraptors. In fact, I'll go ahead and I'm going to add in some oviraptors back here. And we're going to see how that works out. And their main food, just to remind myself really quickly, they are not egg eaters, after all. No evidence has been shown that they could be egg eaters, but they enjoy fish and mollusks, as well as the occasional small mammal or lizard. So you know what? Let's add some of those teensy tiny small mammals over here as well. Might be a little bit of a challenge. How's the insect population doing? yeah, like the termites are kind of taking it, but there's a lot of mosquitoes down here. So I think we could probably like suffer a small population of these guys. Maybe we'll put them, the little Zalas can kind of sneak out from right over here. And then that might give some food to the oviraptors, which would be interesting. Hello, hello. Oh, they're so tiny. You can hardly see them because they're the same color as the landscape. But I'll put a little termite mound over here to kind of help them out too. Maybe that'll help our monk population as well. Let's get some of these guys down. Very nice. All right, we'll put a few of those down. Oh, and little Protoceratops is right over here. I think the cycads spread pretty well on their own, so I don't need to encourage them too much. But let's also get down a couple more of the big guys, the new big cone trees, the schizoles, that these guys. And apparently they're really, really well loved by a lot of our herbivores, and they provide a ton of food for so many of our animals. But hopefully they won't eat those guys into extinction, so we'll kind of have to keep an eye on that. All right, everything good over here? Probably. I do kind of want to add another oviraptor population back there. All right. Cannot reproduce. Place more of this species. The velociraptor should kind of have an overlap, but I guess what I'm being told over here, I wonder if I should. Huh. How's our Protoceratops populations? Let's check. All right, now we're getting some babies over here. These guys are about to breed. These guys have 4 members in their population. 17 weeks to reproduction. These guys have 21 weeks to reproduction. On the whole, I'm going to go ahead and put down another population of velociraptors. Ooh, yay, our monthly income is going up. Right on top of this one, since I think that what it's telling me is this group right here will go extinct. Yeah, I think that now they will reproduce. I hope that I didn't just ruin everything by putting 2 groups right next to each other. That could be kind of bad. Hopefully I didn't just ruin like literally everything. And let's put down some of these beautiful trees in the back. And then I think we're going to go ahead and do a skip, just a small skip, just to see what happens with so many different populations. And just to see if we handled that correctly, especially because the Protoceratops seem like they're getting ready to have babies. Oh, it's looking good, guys. Oh my gosh, our biodome is so nice. Hopefully it will be even nicer. Let's do this. Let's do this before I lose my confidence. Ooh, and before we do it, let's put down another one of these like fancy trees and see if they spread. There we go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do just a small little skip just to kind of test things out. 3-month skip. How do we do? Wait, did I cancel it? Whoops. All right, let's do this. Ooh, 48. All right, so we got more TYTO coins for the skip than we spent. So that's a good sign. We gained like 20 TYTO coins. We came out on top, which is pretty helpful. Let's see our information on this. Ooh, the termite populations are really struggling. So a group of termites over here, I think it was a group that was placed over here, has died. Some Protoceratops have low populations and oviraptors have low populations. So we have a lot of velociraptors actually. Oh my gosh. What about our Protoceratops that just had babies? Oh my goodness gracious. All of our Protoceratops are gonna die. We need more prey groups. I can't believe how quickly they are just being chewed through like this. This is amazing. I guess I'm going to add another group way back in the back corner. I don't know what to do because they aren't having enough time to reproduce. Is that because I accidentally put down like 3? So we have 4 velociraptors over here. We have 3 velociraptors who are about to reproduce over here. Yeah, you guys need to like cool it. I can't keep up the prey populations if you keep this up. So I added in more Protoceratops, really hoping I won't regret that. The oviraptors are breeding okay. Over there, the oviraptors over here are kind of struggling, so I think we'll put in another Protoceratops population back here, which is kind of like in the middle of nowhere, I know, but oh, and did these trees spread? Yay, those trees had babies! Oh, that makes me so happy. I know this seems like it's in the middle of nowhere, but we're gonna go ahead and put down a whole bunch of cycads. And then maybe having a little group over here will pull some of the velociraptors away from kind of the center area and prevent them from overeating everybody who's living over there. So come on, time. Yeah, and the termite populations have died, but how are the mosquito populations doing? They're doing okay. I don't know if the mosquitoes count for some of our little ones, and how are our teeny tiny the itty bitty little insectivores are having babies. You know what that means? We need to make sure somebody can eat them. So we will add in the insectivores predator. We will unlock this teeny tiny little guy, the Deltatheridium, and he looks so cool. So let's go ahead and unlock him, and we'll put him down in just a minute. I'm gonna add in another little group of termites. Definitely need to have lots of those scattered around. And then I also need to put down, just really quickly, maybe another cycad group or two to make sure our populations stay stable. And how are the plants spreading? Are they doing a good job? I see tons of baby cycads all over the place. That makes me happy. Monthly income's coming in. Animal diversity is going up. Plant diversity is going up. Thank goodness. The better off we get this biodome, the more TYTO coins we can get. More TYTO coins we can get, the more we can skip time, the more we can really experiment in every single one of our biodomes. So I'm really looking forward to this. All right, let's put these guys on this side just to see what happens. And then we're gonna add in, to kind of help balance out these eager little populations who apparently are like starving themselves to death because there's so many babies. But we've got a lot of babies from these two groups. So I want to add in this little guy kind of right in the middle so he can kind of partake from both sides. So let's see what the little deltas look like now that they have joined the family. Oh my goodness! They're so teeny. They're like toothy, angry meerkats. I love them. Oh my gosh. Hello, welcome. I am really happy to have you guys here. Oh my goodness, they're so cute, guys. How do I even take a picture of you? You're just so tiny. We're adding itty bitty things that can hide in the trees and the leaves of the ground. They can kind of avoid having to even cope with all of the big issues happening for the really big dinosaurs we're going to be adding in the future. Oh, they're so adorable, you guys. I love them. They're smaller than my umbrella ferns. Look at you. Welcome, little guy, and let's learn a little bit about you. Scientists do not know the delta's diet for certain, but due to the appearance of its teeth, it is believed to be carnivorous. It most likely ate smaller mammals and lizards and bears semblance to the modern-day weasel. Oh, that's so interesting. The predators were unknown, but due to its small size, it was probably preyed upon by larger carnivorous dinosaurs and mammals, and very few fossils have ever been located of this ancestral weasel. Let's see, unknown, just a lot about it that's unknown. In your biodome, these creatures will have large broods twice a year. They will live for 3 years before dying of old age. And it is one of the few survivors of the Cretaceous era. Its descendants live on as wallabies, kangaroos, koalas, and possums. So a toothy little possum is what we have just added in. I am so excited. Oh, where'd he go? Who knows? Probably off to go eat my itty bitty little insect eaters. Speaking of which, let's add in another patch of termites to kind of lure those insect eaters over here. Let's put down some ferns to spread over here, another big tree to make sure that the bigger guys can have some food, small bushes so our medium guys can have some food, and let's put in one of the big old trees to make sure that our really big guys can eventually have some food back here as well. So I think we're doing okay. I really like how our biodome is going so far, especially now that I've been more aggressive with the time skips, because you can see a lot of this growth is actually stuff that grew over time through breeding and spreading on its own. So let's put down one of these big guys back here. There we go. I really want to add in some of the really big dinos soon, but we definitely need to make sure that we're a little bit more stabilized before we do that. And let's try one more time skip. I don't think anybody is particularly upset, particularly unhealthy. Let's do just a small time skip, see what happens. Whoops, I keep canceling it. Okay. How'd we do? Yay! We got back more than what we spent. Woohoo! And let's see, it looks like everything is fairly healthy. Not bad, except that we have low populations of of insects over here. Our oviraptor populations are having a little bit of a hard time. 6 weeks ago. Whoa! Our little itty bitty guys are spreading like wildfire over here. 42 juveniles? Oh my gosh. Oh dearie me. What? What? Look, they've spread across the way. It's the march of the teensies. They're gonna take over everything. We need more termites and we definitely need some more of the little deltas. Where are you, deltas? Yeah, I think we're gonna put down a little population of deltas kind of on the delta, like right over here. Or maybe right over here. Deltas on the delta. There we go. And hopefully they can bring a little bit of balance to that chaos. I can't believe they've been having babies that quickly. That's kind of amazing. And let's check on anything else. Termites are suffering from having to get preyed on by so many of the itty bitty little zalas. And then, let's see. Are my fish down? Did my fish die? Nope, my fish are fine. And then it looks like the protoceratops are just clinging to survival. So they're kind of hanging in there. We have a lot of velociraptors. I'm not sure how to keep the raptor population really under control. We have 4 over here. We have 7 over here. Our protoceratops definitely need a little bit of help. So the only thing I can kind of think about is, would there be a bigger and badder guy who would be willing and eager to try kind of putting the velociraptor in his place? I think this would be the only one, and I'm not sure if we're ready to go for him just yet. So I think the next thing we're going to do is start scooching up to our larger herbivores and start trying to see their populations really start to spread around the place before, let's see, 42 weeks ago. Oh, I'm going backwards too. All right, which group has a low population? This one? They do. Oh my gosh. What am I gonna do? Add more, I guess. I mean, what about this group though? Whoops. Is this one? Nope, this one's not doing okay either. All right, we have 3 little herds of these ones that we'll have in the back. And we'll have to see. Come on, protoceratops. I know the velociraptors are getting pretty toothy with you, but we'll start adding in some of the larger herbivores next time, getting in a bit of diversity, and then we might be able to add in our big chompers, our really big carnivores, who hopefully will help just a wee bit with being able to keep the velociraptor population in check by some point. Meanwhile, our plants are spreading, our little zalas are all over the place, so much so that we definitely need to make sure the deltas can keep them in check. I think we should probably preemptively add in another group of deltas over here. So we'll add in like another little Deltatheridium. And the velociraptors are chasing some of them over here. So I'm going to add in another Deltatheridium population back here. And these protoceratops definitely need some help. So we're going to have a little herd of protoceratops live on this side. And I'll spread them out a little bit. And then hopefully we can help everybody survive. So it's going to continue to be a little bit of an experiment, guys. We're definitely struggling to keep some groups alive. Our termites are going down. And why do our deltas have a low population? Who's eating the deltas? Who is eating my Deltatheriums? How could that even happen? Who's preying upon them and why? Oh my gosh. All right. We'll figure it out next time, guys. I hope you are all enjoying, and I will see you all then. Bye-bye. Oh dear. A group of oviraptors just died.